What's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. You got myself, Tommy. You got Saeed, Abib, and Akeem here today. What's happening, boys?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Bro, we might need to start doing this early on the Sunday. You guys always sound tired, boy. Every single time.
I think this is a rare occasion where everyone here has got 3 points this weekend. You know, it's kind of crazy.
I was about to say that. Yeah, I was about to say that. I think this is probably the first time since we all started recording that we all won this weekend.
Yeah. A lot of football's been played. That's probably why we've consumed a lot of football over the weekend. That's probably why we're a little down. It's a little tiring, but we'll put back up once we start talking.
Yeah.
I heard that. All right, look, before we get started, people, if you can please subscribe to the channel, click the like button, turn on your notifications to know whenever we upload, and comment, man. If we don't get much comments, please comment. Let us know what your thoughts on this weekend's game and whatever we discussed today. I believe there's only one place to start. We'll start with the unbeaten manager. Unbeaten. I don't think there's any other manager in the league that's unbeaten. Is there?
Wait, which one? Rafinha
which one?
Or Carrier?
Is Rafinha undefeated in the Premier League as well?
Yeah, he only lost in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, well, undefeated manager this season. All competition.
He's only played the one.
in all competition. Whether he plays 1, 2, 3, is unbeaten. That's what matters. That's what matters, man.
You guys are enjoying right now, I can tell.
Oh, they're eating. They've been starving.
It's not enjoying now. When would you enjoy though, man? Look what we've had.
It's true. I hear it.
I'll be honest. I think like the last 3 games, like only last week win that really like got me excited. I was super excited after winning last week. I was fully charged last week. But City and Fulham, don't get me wrong, I'm happy. I'm always happy when the team wins. But as I said, I'm optimistically cautious. Not like always worried about what's around the corner with Man United. But I can't lie, it has been good. I'll be lying if it hasn't. If I'm saying it hasn't been good. In regards to today's performance, it's not like the perfect performance, but you take the win really. I feel like when we're going forward, I actually like our attackers. When we're going forward, we always look dangerous when we're going forward, and it doesn't really matter what team we play. And that's something that I've noticed about us. And I do feel like that's a strong foundation to build on. At the beginning of the season, I'm not sure if I spoke on here, but all I wanted the team to do is just score goals. Because post-Fergie, we have struggled to score goals. We're scoring like 40 every season or so, which is ridiculous. We've already beaten our goal scoring record for last season in the league, and we've got how many more games to go? Which is mad. Yeah, we've already scored more than we did last season, and we've got like over 10 games to go. So I'm just happy with score goals. I don't mind if we're winning games like this. I don't mind if we're winning games 5-3, 5-4, 6-4. I don't really care. If we're winning games, I'll take it. But I think it's very important in order for us to build a foundation moving forward. You have to score goals. You can't win anything if you don't score goals. And we've got players that are threats to attackers. Last year we had the likes of Garnacho, which I'm sure you're experiencing now, Abib. Well, don't get me wrong. I still think Garnacho is a great talent, but once again, that's the talent, innit? We need someone that can actually deliver. You can't keep saying you're a great talent, and I don't feel. We'll talk about Chelsea in a bit, but I still don't. What I used to say about Garnacho last year is that I don't feel like he has developed much. He still makes the same old mistakes. Still does the same old stuff. Like that was my problem with him, man. You just wait. Yeah, like I hope he's not like that because I don't want it to be like that for him. But that's that's where we're at with like that's what I was experienced with Garnacho. So that's why when a lot of United fans didn't want to sell him, I was like, we can't keep doing stuff like this. We can't keep holding on to players because they have potential. We held on to like Martial because he had potential. There's so many players, young players we held on to because the potential had never really materialized. So I wasn't really mind. But now we've got threatening strikers that are going to get you goals, are going to keep the centre back honest or the whole back line honest, because and I know that at any given moment, even if you shut them out for like 80 minutes or 85 minutes, you give them a sniff and they'll punish you. And I feel like that's what we got going forward at the moment. I'm not saying this is not Sesko included at the moment, because Sesko is still bedding in. So I don't want you to think this is not Sesko included. He's still bedding in. I'm talking of like Cunha and Mbemo really, and like with what's his name?
Ahmad.
Not Ahmad. Actually, Ahmad is not in that question. Ahmad better not be a Garnacho. Ahmad, yeah, is threatening. I love Ahmad, yeah, but he has to start progressing. It's got to be, it's got to be a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? It's got to be a lot more effective. Dribbling players is not enough. Do you know what I mean? You beat players and you have to score a goal. Beat players, get across it, do something. And don't get me wrong, I still want to see a bit more from Ahmad. I want to see a bit more from Ahmad. The two players I'm really talking about is really Cunha and Mbemo. Their seasons, you get what I mean? They feel polished and they feel like, obviously Bruno without saying, yeah, them three really, they are. I think they are our biggest threat. And I think, don't get me wrong, I definitely think Ahmad is a threat, but I want to see, maybe it's me in it. I just want to see more. I want to see more. I'm not satisfied with just beating a player, dribbling and all that. Like, it needs to come into, like, it needs to mean something. If you dribble a player, put a player through on goal. You know what I mean? If you get through on goal, score the goal. You need to do more. You just don't want to be that player that you're good at dribbling and not really affecting the game much. You need to affect the game. You're an attacker. You're a winger. Like, you're not playing wing backs no more. When he was playing wing back under Amrin, you can easily say, okay, yeah, fair enough, he was playing wing back. You're not. But now you're playing as a proper winger. Bear in mind, Carrot must trust you. One thing I noticed today is I realized that I feel like, I'm not sure how you feel, Saeed. I feel like Carrick's almost his most trusted players is, forget Bruno, apart from Bruno, is probably, I feel like, it's Maino and Ahmad. I feel like he just doesn't even touch them on the pitch. He just lets them continue to play. He hardly takes them off. I know it's only 3 games. I feel like that's his most trusted player. Whether it's intentional or not, maybe he just doesn't feel like he needs to take them off. I don't know anymore. I just feel like for some reason I get the sense that he trusts them the most. But I need to see more from Ahmad. It's just not enough for me. But whilst sorry, I went on a tantrum. But in terms of like our attackers, I feel like there's a lot of threat going forward. It wasn't ideal that we were winning 2-0 and they come back 2-2 today against Fulham. And I don't think we dominated the game. I think we had moments when we dominated the game. The moments they had a lot of the ball. And Fulham was a really good team. But regardless, we got the first 2 goals. And then they came back 2-2. When they came back 2-2, I just thought, typical. This team just never surprises me. And I'm so happy it was Sesko that got the final goal as well, because we need to give him a bit of confidence. Right? He needs something. He needs to get going. I know it hasn't helped that he's been injured but him and Glock 9 has got this goal. We'll see who scores more out of both of them, because those are the 2 strikers that we were all talking about when they came in the summer. But I don't think both of them has really lived up to the expectation at the moment. But obviously he's still young. He's still got a lot of time. We can't say the same for Gyökeres. So like, I'm happy he got the goal. As a striker, you need goals really, and I hope he continues, man. And I hope he continues to to score more goals. But yeah, like it was a good game. I'm not overly excited about it because I feel like the performance can be better in certain moments. I thought Maynard played really well, and I think one of the reasons I was backing Amber for not playing him is because I felt he will struggle to cover the pitch. And I'll be honest, he's something that I thought in the last 3 games is proving me totally wrong. It feels like he's doing really well covering the pitch. A lot of like the defensive work that I thought like he won't be capable of doing, he's doing everything. And yeah, look, he's playing that number 8 role really well. I think his next step is to just contribute a bit more towards us going forward. And that's it. But I think it was probably, I know Casemiro got man of the match. I think if you were to ask me, I probably would have given Maynard man of the match today because I was impressed with him today. Yeah, and that's about it, man. We have to move on. We're now in the top 4 race, and that's just the reality of things now. We're top 4. I feel like Chelsea, Liverpool, everybody, I think sooner or later, the gap is going to start building up with them 3 teams and everyone else behind us. I thought Fulham was still, to be honest, I won't be surprised if Brentford and Fulham still continue, but I thought they will struggle because they don't have the same depth as the other 2-3 teams. So yeah, it's a top 4 race now, man. So we'll see who wins that battle. And I don't think Villa are away from that. I remember I was speaking to like Saeed and I'm saying I don't want Villa to be too far away from us because I want to drag them into the race. The more teams into the race, the better. I don't care. Even if Man City wants to come into the race, they can come into the race. So like I think we obviously got the upper hand because we're only playing the Premier League football, and that's simply it. So we can literally just focus on Premier League every week. And I think that's another advantage to Carrick because Carrick has got all week to work with the players. It's never ideal as a new manager coming into a new team and you're getting like one training session after every game to prep for the next game. It's never ideal. You've got all week to prep. Now we've got Spurs next. You've got all week to prep for Spurs. So yeah, it's all good for me, man. It's all good for my side. I'm happy. I'm optimistically cautious, but we are in a top 4 race. A lot of us didn't think we were going to be in this position at the beginning of the season, but we are. So, and if we do get top 4, and I think for us, from where we're coming from, we were 14th, 15th last year. It'll be a successful season for us. It's not ideal in regards to how we will get there in terms of like the manager leaving, us having to look for a new manager again. All that is not going to be ideal because now, with Carrick doing well with the first 3 games, nothing has changed for me in regards to him keeping a job permanently. But you're still now worried about how the next manager is going to do. It would be ideal for going on this form with a permanent manager. I don't think it's ideal going on this form with like an interim manager because there's no stress. He can literally go out there and do what he wants. Don't get me wrong, take no credit from him at all because to win, Amarin hasn't won 3 games in a row, I don't think, throughout his own tenure at United, and he's done that. But winning 3 games in a row, it's not really a great achievement, though. I don't want to play it down. Like, don't get me wrong,
man, your team ain't done that in how long? Like, take it, man.
I don't know. I'll take it. I don't want to play it down. But yeah, I'll take it. What you say?
I was like, all he can do is win the games in front of him. There, like, there's not. He's doing his.
Oh, of course, no. It's not so much Carrick. I'm just saying, it's more for us not to get too carried away. I'm not talking about Carrick. I'm talking about as a fan base. Like, as a fan base, winning 3 games in a row, it's not great. It's not like what. Like, if you don't, nothing comes at the end of it. It means nothing, though, right? So if you don't get top 4, it means nothing. So it's just. Like Arsenal winning 3 games in a row or something like that.
If you get Europe, if you get Conference League, that's something. If you get Conference League, considering where you was last season, if you get Conference League out of this, that's something. So
no, I can't. Yeah, no, I guess so. I hope it's at least Europa League. I wouldn't want Conference League. I hope it's at least Europa League.
I can't believe you're downplaying the expectations. You're playing once a week, and you got the inform manager in the league. Top 4 must be a minimum, right? You can't be settled with just.
This is us getting too carried away with ourselves. This is my point. This is getting too carried away. Why should it be a minimum? Why?
Because you're Manchester United.
Manchester United.
We're Manchester United, but what have Manchester United done lately? What have we done lately?
You put Cunha.
and they're doing all. Yeah, we've got exciting players. They're doing all of that. But I said, like, to say minimum, I don't know, bro. I'm not too sure. Like, yes, as I said, we are in a top 4 race. At the beginning of the season, we didn't think we were going to be in a top 4 race. So now it's easier to say, it's easy to say it's minimum now, because you weren't saying that when at the beginning of the season. You weren't saying that when Amarin 3 weeks ago. Man, Amarin only just got sacked 3 weeks ago. You weren't saying that. So what has changed within 3 weeks? Because we won 3 games in a row is a minimum that we get top 4. The players ain't changed.
What
I mean? The players ain't changed.
I would say I would have expected I would expect United to get it, but I wouldn't have predicted United to get it, if that makes sense. Because with the money you spent and playing once a week, I think it's a reasonable expectation to put on United to get top 4. But just because I think
3 weeks ago?
No,
Amarin there. No, with Amarin there was not an expectation.
I'm saying the board members would have been telling him, like, why can't you get top 4? You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I as a fan
and I agree with you, Abib. I think the board would have told him that. And I completely agree. But I'm just saying, a lot of us as fan base, the board, any manager, like any top 6 manager going into the season, whether they're going to win the league or not, the first thought will be, let's go and win the league. And then obviously, as the season goes on, you start to realize, okay, the league is pulling away. Let's focus on what's in front of us. The reality hits. You know what I'm saying, like, let's be honest. That's what should be. If you're playing for those top teams and you're not thinking about that, then you shouldn't be in that position. But but I'm saying, us as fan base, we didn't think United was good. I definitely think top 4 was available. What we was more saying 6, 8 for whatever it is. That's what we were saying at the beginning of the season. And then even when Amarin left, you weren't saying 3 weeks ago. You weren't saying that's the minimum as well. That's 3 weeks ago. But what I'm saying is now, yes, we are into top 4. We are going to obviously fight for top 4, but it's not been given. So it's not. I won't say it's minimum. So if you get top 6, it's still something. As Hakeem alluded to, it's still like we're still going to get something. But I'm just not going to get carried away with myself to think, okay, cool, we won 3 now. Because, as I said, the game has changed now. We're not playing Arsenal anymore. We're not playing City anymore. We are expected to go into these games and dominate the games and win the games. That's the expectation now. And that's a different mindset. And you saw how they struggled with it today. We won, but they struggled in parts of the game. We struggled in parts of the game. That's just the reality of it. When you're asked to now take the game to the opposition.
But to give Fulham credit, though, they got some decent players that like to put their foot on the ball and pass it around. And like we got to give Fulham their credit. Like, they don't show any fear. We've seen them against City. We've seen them against us, Arsenal. They play. So for me, them going 2-0 down was more of a shock, because I felt like they were well into the game. Even when they went 1-0 down, they were still in the game. They were popping the ball around, trying to create openings. So them going 2-0 down and bringing it back to 2-2, I thought that was more of a fair result, considering the balance of the game. I know Man United had large chunks of the game where they dominated possession, but they weren't really carving Fulham open like that. And when Fulham had the possession, I felt that they opened up, mate. Especially in the second half, they looked the more threatening team, in my opinion. So when they went back to 2-2, it seemed like a fair result. But credit Man United, man. That they stretched the game and pushed for the win, and Sesko with a good finish. Got to give it to them.
Yeah. Sai, what are your thoughts on the game?
To be fair, like, as a fan today, I didn't really think, like, as in, I didn't feel like Fulham would score until like probably the 80th minute, 75th, 80th minute, let's say. This is probably like one of the most comfortable sat there watching United play, in all honesty. Really happy that we got the first goal. Casemiro headed back across goal. Big presence in the penalty box from set pieces. And then from there, I feel like in the first half, we had openings, but like we didn't really try and go for the neck in it. Like we didn't really try and get the 7 goal. Like watching Cunha today, like I love watching Cunha. Just seeing how he just uses his body well, innit? Like for his goal, for example, some of our strikers would have gone to meet the ball, whereas he just let it run across his body, and like he was kind of in control of that situation. So it was a good second goal to get. And yeah, like from that point, honestly, I didn't really worry about us conceding the goal. I wanted us to get the clean sheet. Maguire and Alessandro Martinez, they looked assured at the back, and the fullbacks did as well, to be fair. Like when we started making some changes, then it did really kind of have an effect on the game, I think. But yeah, like Sesko nearly scored with his first touch as well. Like that's the one I really wanted to go in for him, because I would have thought that 3-0 would have been a good reflection on the game. And it was kind of playing into our game plan as well at that point, and it just hit them on the counter. So when they had the ball, I didn't really think they were going to score, as I said, until the 80th minute. But yeah, there's always shaky bits within our performances, and once they got the penalty, I could see them score another goal. So I weren't too shocked to see Kevin, and somehow it's always these kind of wonder shots. But I feel like Mazraoui could have got tighter to him. I think Dalot did really well before he came off, getting out to the wide man, and I feel like Mazraoui was a bit slow to get out to him, and then Ugarte as well probably could have done a bit better to try and block the shot. But I think Lemons could have done about the second goal. And as you said, just very happy. Bruno sent Bassi to the shops and back, bro. With that drop shoulder and spinning behind. And I was happy that Sesko managed to take his opportunity without even looking at the goal. It was one of those instinctive, I know where the goal is, so I'm just going to use this guy to bend it around.
Yeah, he just slapped it.
So, really happy about the man of his goal. Not I wanted any goal for him, but it was more an assured finish, kind of taking it. So hopefully he can use that and push on from it, get more opportunities and whatnot. So I did think that we did deserve to win the game, and happy that we continued the momentum. As Tom said, I'm not getting carried away with it, but it is good just to see our team win it and to play football as well. I feel like it is a lot better watch nowadays, isn't it? I actually quite enjoyed the game. And I could imagine me being at Old Trafford, because we ain't been to Old Trafford for a while because the football hasn't been that great. I can imagine going back to Old Trafford now, win, lose or draw, because we're playing like that. So yeah, I'm definitely happy about that. So I'll definitely see the positive, and just taking it as it comes. Like Tom says, not really putting any expectation in it, because they can always turn around and slap you in the face. But yeah, just happily watching them play football, and if they get the result, then so be it.
I'm surprised Maguire was complaining about that penalty though. Because I thought that looked stonewall to me, but he was really adamant that it wasn't a penalty. I thought that was a bit weird.
Yeah. But maybe he was saying because Jimenez got his shot off as well, innit? And sometimes you see
it was a poor touch. He should have. Yeah. It was a poor touch by Jimenez. He's lucky, in my opinion, that it was that he got given. But it was a penalty because Maguire did. Tom, can't hear you.
Nah.
Dirty pen though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a bit harsh, isn't it? I thought it was a bit harsh because Jimenez, he was a poor touch. The ball got away from him. He got his shot off. Maguire just got there a little late, but
you expect your defender to lunge in that situation as well. You're not going to.
Yeah, literally. What's the defender supposed to do? But I thought it was a bit harsh.
And that's my point exactly. I just thought that was extremely harsh. I didn't even think it was a penalty because as you said, what do you expect him to do? To just stand there, let him take a shot? So what happened? You can see when the replay that, as Akeem alluded to, one Jimenez touch was bad, so the ball was getting away from him. So what he did is lunged and kicked it. The keeper saved it. Maguire missed him, but Maguire hit the ground first. Maguire hit the ground first, even before touching Jimenez. But I knew they were never gonna overturn it because the referee's already given. I understand them not overturning it because it's not a clear and obvious error. So I get that, but I thought for the ref to give that on pitch, I think that was extremely harsh.
I was kind of happy because I thought that the offside goal was a bit harsh. So I was like,
offside is offside, though, bro. You can't argue with offside. You can't be giving teams the benefit of the doubt. It's offside. Come on.
They should have given that offside goal the benefit of the doubt,
bro. But both of them would have been offside because both of them were offside.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
You can't be giving goals.
I was happy that they didn't give a handball against whoever hitting the wall.
They were hitting the wall, yeah. That would have been ridiculous, though.
That would have been harsh, yeah, because the arms.
Yeah.
You never know with these people, man. You never know.
It's true. It's true. Actually, it's true.
Let it go on, man.
Just a quick one, Si. Obviously, you didn't touch on it. Abib was alluding to the fact that it should be top 4 minimum. What is your expectation, and realistically, what do you think we can make?
I still go by what I said at the beginning of the season in terms of top 6, top 6, top 8. I said top 6, top 8 beginning of the season, but I feel like we've got enough to get top 6 definitely, right? Yeah, like the fact that we're playing once a week, the fact that we've got so much time to like work around our opponent's threats and stuff like that, and the fact is, like, as in other teams aren't like we'll play teams that have played midweek as well, so we should be fresher than them. Yeah, like as in, I think top 6. But yeah, I've always said this. Like recently, I've been happy with United and I've put no expectation on them. So like that's overall, I don't have really much expectation, but they're gonna say what it is, top 6. I'll say.
Yeah. Nah, I hate. I'm saying. You know,
I don't know. You guys, is it just me? You guys?
No, it's everybody.
No. But yeah, man, like as I say, like as in, I just hope that we just keep on picking up points. And the thing I think was really big as well, that Liverpool won, as we're going to touch on. You guys, Chelsea won, as we're going to touch on as well. So we definitely needed to get the points at the end of the game. So yeah, like as in, just take it week by week, man.
Cool.
All right, look, let's move on from United. I think let's go to the next manager that's unbeaten in the Premier League. Liam Rosina. I was going to ask you a question, Abib. I'd like you to take it away, yeah. But for the life of me, I don't understand why he's making those changes. Like, why is the starting 11? Why is what's the striker's name? João Pedro not starting? Why are you starting Delat, that wrestler? And then who else is there? Who else didn't start? Why do you start Neto? Yeah, Ato came in, Cucurella didn't start. Why is he making those changes? When I saw the starting lineup, it slightly took me back to what Maresca said in terms of like forcing him to play players just so they can't lose their value. That's what it took me back to, because it just doesn't make sense. If you just wanted like 2 or 3 games in a row with especially someone like João Pedro that's on form, like why would you now just take him off? Like for the lad that can't get it right at the moment. What is the point of that? But anyway, you got out of jail, you came back, and you ended up winning 3-2. But what are your thoughts on how the game planned out?
I call it in terms of the rotation. I get it because we literally only played on Wednesday in Naples, so an away game, and then you come back and then you play Saturday, and then straight away on Tuesday, straight away you've got Arsenal as well, and obviously that's a big game, so he's got an eye on that. So he's probably thinking like he needs to rest some of his bigger players in order for that monumental game at Arsenal, because I can't. He's probably thinking if I beat Arsenal, I'm a legend already.
Yeah, literally.
Honestly, he somehow does that. No, boy, the credit in the bank, boy. But he just needs to. He could put a deposit on a house with that credit in the bank.
Literally.
So I think because of that tight fixture congestion, he just wants to rotate the players. And another thing as well is like you don't want to just have 11 you rely on, right? You want to have confidence that the guys who you would bring off the bench in those big games are going to be a bit more confident. So you want to give more minutes to those guys as well. So I think this was his time to say, look, guys, this is your opportunity. Show us that you should be starting. Show us that you should be playing ahead of these other guys. And they absolutely, categorically failed that test completely. That was, oh my God. I was a Chelsea fan. I was struggling to watch that first half. I wanted to go sleep. It was that bad.
Sorry to cut you off, Abib, yeah. But how many times have we said that this season about Chelsea every time you made those changes? You did that against Burnley earlier in the season, and then it was at Newcastle. There's a few times where you've done that, you made those changes. You're just, I don't know, you're playing dangerous games.
But in fairness to Rafinha, he's come in and he said he wants to give all these guys a fresh start. So he's probably thinking like he wants to give these guys confidence to prove him wrong. And even if you listen in the presser, he was saying that West Ham is the biggest game of the season coming up. And this is going to be the biggest game. So I think he was really trying to light that rocket into those players to say, come on, like show that you shouldn't be a bench warmer, show that I should play for you. So I think that's what he was really trying to do. And I think you've got to put it more on the players, to be honest, for not taking opportunity against West Ham. That's what I think. So I personally don't blame him. Obviously, in hindsight, it's easy to say that when you come back and win 3-2, right? So obviously it's easy to say that I don't blame him, but I think having an eye on Tuesday, and I think those players should be good enough. And I think those players need to have a hard look at themselves and think, like, everybody was just so negative. I've never seen someone give the ball away as much as Garnacho did in that half. You can tell. I think Gary Neville said it in commentary. You can literally just see the confidence just draining out of him insanely. It was bad. Everybody just.
So just on that, I think he must have just had his head back in United when he would have been playing with Wan-Bissaka and he thought you don't want that fight, man, because it literally normally he takes on a challenge on that. Normally he'll just run at people, but so many times he shied away from it, sometimes he passed back. Yeah, he didn't want that challenge at all.
Yeah.
Like, even when he was taking them on, it's almost because like crowd would boom if he didn't take him on. It almost felt like he was forced. But fair play to Rafinha. Even fair play to the players as well. The character they showed. I don't know if you've seen it, but on Twitter there was a clip of like Rob Sanchez talking to the fans, because obviously everybody was booing at half time, and rightly so, to be honest, because the performance was bad. But Sanchez was like, calm down, guys. There's 45 minutes to go. And even in my head as well, I'm thinking. So basically, during that half, I've never been more popular in my life. I had people messaging me that I haven't spoken to in months, telling me, "What's going on with Chelsea, mate? It's West Ham." I couldn't believe how popular I was. But my reply to all of those people was, "Listen, it's only half time. At least wait till 90 minutes before you cook me." And boy, oh boy, I'm happy I said that. And it looked like Rafinha said the same thing. He was saying, "Look, that first half was the worst first half you've seen, but we can make it the best game we've seen." And just look at it was night and day. It was almost like two completely different teams. And one thing I want to get on is, obviously he made some good tactical switches and he put on good players. But I think one thing you need to credit and one thing you can't take for granted in management is just that man management of a player, right? look at João Pedro. He's almost like a player reborn under Messina, and you can see they have like that really close relationship. I think what he's done that's kind of changed the course of our season. He's just given more confidence to players. All of a sudden, players are in form. They're scoring better goals, crazier goals. They've got that belief, that hunger. So whilst Maresca, I think, was a great tactical manager, don't get me wrong, and I think some of Maresca's performances tactically may have been better than Rafinha's, I think he's just given so much confidence and belief to the players. And boy, hopefully long may it continue, man. Long may it continue. And I think to come back twice, come back against Napoli. Also, if we come back against Napoli, I don't know why people didn't think we wouldn't come back against West Ham. Like, people need to have some comments. People just get too giddy. Do you know what I mean? They just want to see their team.
It's Premier League, man. It's different.
Nah, but Napoli are better than West Ham, though, surely.
Yeah, fair.
But,
I don't know if this is that. I didn't feel like he did much to change like tactic. I don't think he did much to change the game. I think
Nuno threw it away.
Huh?
I think Nuno threw it away with the changes he made.
Yeah, like they kind of dropped a bit in the second half.
Yeah, he took that Pablo geezer and he put on a defender went five at the back. I think why didn't you pack your midfield? Pack your midfield because that's clearly where Chelsea are dominating. You need more legs, you need more body in that area, close down the space because they're getting a lot of joy. Palmer was pulling off to the right and finding space in the pocket. Bro, like, get more bodies in that midfield. No. He takes off the attacking the midfielder and puts a defender on. Well done, Nuno. I hope you get relegated now, you idiot. But anyway.
I wanted to ask because like this is like the second. So I watched the Napoli game and then I watched the game against West Ham, and I didn't really feel much from tactically. Like I just felt the players like for the first goal, Fofana makes that amazing run and puts a great ball in.
Yeah, that too.
João Pedro like is in dirty turn, dirty finish as well.
That's what I'm saying. You need more legs in midfield. Fofana was carrying the ball into midfield. Like nobody was closing him down. Like
more
bro,
than midfield,
they were so deep, it was ridiculous. But I don't know how certain managers get their coaching badges, but
the question I just wanted to ask you, like, have you seen much from him, like tactically, to have belief in him, basically, or because like, from the two games I've seen, like, as in maybe I'm doing a thing where because he's an English manager and he's new into it, overlooking what he's done, but yeah, I didn't really see much from him. So yeah, what do you think?
I actually agree. That's why I said earlier, I think tactically some of Maresca's performances have been a lot better than Rafinha's. I feel like a lot of the times it doesn't seem like we've got real control of the game like we used to. But that's why I say I guess it shows you how important man management is, as well as just tactics, right? Because simple things like being aggressive, winning your duels, being on the front foot, you can have all the tactics that you want, but something simple like that, that's kind of what changed it in the second half. We looked like we just wanted it more. We were hungrier. Simple things like giving players confidence. Like look at João Pedro's goal against Napoli, right? There's no tactics about that. That's just giving a player confidence. So it shows how important and management really comes. You can even probably say maybe even potentially the same for Man United. You could probably say some of your players just look reborn under Carrick as well. So I think that's his strength. I think he's just he's a proper likable guy. And I think the players just want to play for him. Like you could see at the end of the game, everybody was hugging him. Everybody was, they're showing that they really support him, So yeah, I agree. Tactically, it doesn't look amazing, but at the same time as well, if you look at what Carrick's got, he's got a whole week to prepare, right? Rafinha's playing games back to back, like literally Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So even though it's not the greatest tactically, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt as when he's got more time, hopefully we can see a bit more of his principles come in and we can look a bit more control. But like I can't ask for more. He's winning all of his games. The players are happy, the players are confident. So yeah, you got to give him credit, innit? Credit where it's due.
Fair enough.
Just a quick one on. I touched on Garnacho earlier. What's your thoughts on him? And I'll ask Saeed as well because I know you didn't really want to sell him at United. Now he's at Chelsea. As a Chelsea fan, what's your thoughts on him? Don't get me wrong, he's still young, but he's been in the season for three seasons now, and he does the same thing, makes the same mistake, kind of the things that we talked about when he was at United. As a Chelsea fan, from your perspective, what your thoughts on him, assessment on him so far?
I don't want to be too reactionary because obviously he had a horrendous game against West Ham, but to me, he's just a bit inconsistent because I'll be lying if I said he's been horrendous all season. Like, he's had games where he's been positive, he's had a good effect. Even look at the Arsenal game, right? He scored 2 goals against Arsenal. So he has had good games, to be fair to him. So I'm not going to be one to say, like, I'll write him off completely, but I don't know, me saying that loud, maybe this is probably what you felt as a Man United fan. Maybe you thought, okay, I've seen good games in him, he's had potential, and he hasn't really kicked on like that. So I guess it just remains to be seen, but I guess that just comes into the recruitment process because, well, we dropped £100 million on left wingers, and we left with Gittins and Garnacho. Like that's got to be one of the biggest gross misuse of funds in a long time. Like someone needs to investigate that. We just sold Tariq George. I personally think he's probably better than both of them. I'm not gonna lie. So, but it is what it is. We've got them now. They're here. Garnacho is better than Gittins, so we just have to just hope that he finds his form. But yeah, he's just a bit hot and cold. Some games he'll actually be positive. He'll be effective. He'll be like the life that we need to go and get a winner. But I think maybe his role is them guys who are just bench warmers who just come off the bench and make an impact with tired legs. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe he's not ready to be starting week in, week out for us. So that's probably the case.
Yeah. I think I agree. To be fair, like I don't think it's fair to say that he's had good games and like he's not consistently been like in the team. If you get what I'm saying, he's coming on from the bench, he's starting and coming off and whatnot. But he must have known that when he's going Chelsea as well, right? And all you can do is make an effect when you're on the pitch. As I said, this game, like he probably saw one was like, I know what you can do, so let me just act right in it. But still, like as in. My thing about Garnacho is like I've always watched him take on the challenge regardless. It doesn't really matter. So it was weird to see it like that terrible game. But yeah, I think he's done all right. Like he's had enough assists and had enough goals at Chelsea to say like I'm not like I don't even know if like what the stats will be, but he's probably one of your goals and assists probably like up there in terms of your wingers, like because Gittins ain't really doing it.
Yeah, he's not been
yeah.
Which is not a big compliment, but I guess he's not. That's what it is, isn't it? He's not also,
like, as we said, he is young, and he had this problem at United. Like, as in, he is showing his inconsistencies and whatnot, and you want to try and mold him to be consistent. But I don't think right now he's in the best place to try and be consistent because he's in and out of the team. But yeah, I think you're not going to have that position locked down until you invest in that position. Literally, like. Yeah, they're just changing too much. So
sometimes that's why I think just
that's the point though. You both are making my point for me really, because my point is this is what he does when he's at United and he's been in the season for 3-4 seasons. If this was Saka being consistent, I'm gonna hammer Saka. I'm not saying he's at the same level as Saka, but I'm saying is in terms of his development. There's got to be. We need to see some consistency eventually. This is like your fourth season in the league. You can't score 2 goals against League 2 teams or whatever it is that you played in the FA Cup, or then score against and then go 5-10 games not do anything. The reason why he's in and out of the team is because he's not consistent. If you're consistent, there's no reason to get you out of the team. And that's the point. You guys are making my point for me. What I'm saying is that, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'm not like he's young, but this is what we say for all young players until they're 10, 25, 26. Oh, he's young. He's still got time. It's just, it's not when about that. He still makes the same mistakes. He still does the same things. Like that's the point I'm trying to make is that when are you gonna start polishing those mistakes? When you start being a lot more efficient. If you're not being a player, as you said, if you're frustrated not being a player, how else can you affect the game? Can you affect the game if you're off the ball rather than trying the same thing? You're trying to dribble Wan-Bissaka, but you can't beat him. Maybe I'm not going to get on the ball as much and trying to make a run in behind him, like I'll do like a Salah, like a Saka. Do you know what I mean? It's about adapting your game. Like when Saka was getting doubled up, then he gets off the ball a bit more, switch him, make runs in behind. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the point I'm trying to make. Is that he's still making the same mistakes. It's like it doesn't look any different for what he was doing 2 to 3 years ago till now. So obviously, yes, like the caveat to that is he's had many managers. It's still young. I get all of that, but how long are we going to keep making that mistake? I mean, it's that same old thing for him.
Yeah, it's true. To be fair, it's true. You know what it is? I think as excuse me, sorry. I think because Gittins has been so crap. I feel like I've got bigger things to worry about in it. Because he's at least showing something. I feel like at least I can see something in him. Whereas other people, they're just giving me barely anything, right? So that's why.
Yeah, but I'll give Gittins the benefit of the doubt because this is the first time in the league. Garnacho's played the league for 3-4 years.
Yeah, to be fair, and you know what? That's probably why Garnacho looks better because even though Garnacho's not amazing, you can at least see like you can see that he's been in the Premier League before. Like he looks at least a bit more ready compared to some of the other players. So I agree that's where the benefit comes from. But at the same time, if you have been in for that long, you should be showing more. You should be showing more. Do you know what I mean? Like you said, you should be showing improvements in your game. You should be showing consistency. So hopefully Liam Rosenior can just try to kind of get out of him. Like I was saying earlier, he's a good manager. So hopefully he can put the arm around the shoulder and just try get to the bottom of his weird on and off performances that he has, and just try get some consistency out of him.
Yeah. Now, see, as I said, I'm just to clarify, I wasn't bringing it up because he had a bad performance yesterday, but it's something that I've seen in him over during the course of like the season. I know yesterday was a bad performance, but I watch him play and I'm thinking, like, you do the same thing that he was doing like a year or two ago. And if you're not playing well, but you're trying different things, I can say, oh, fair enough, like you're trying to adapt your game. But I look at him and thinking, like, no wonder you're not playing well. It's because you're still doing the same thing. You're still trying the same thing, dribble, put your head down. And then when he gets into like, and the thing about Garnacho is he always gets into good positions. And I think that's what's so exciting about him is like he always looks threatening. There's no one point where he doesn't look threatening. He gets himself in good positions, but it just to make the use of it.
Yeah, his off the ball quality, like he's always making runs, always trying to make himself available. It just doesn't always come off when they give him the ball. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah. No, never mind. Look, you got the big game on Tuesday, but before we talk about that, let's go straight to the Emirates. 4-0 thrashing.
Nah, Ellen Road.
Ellen Road. Yeah. 4-0 thrashing at Ellen Road. When you saw the lineup, Akeem, what was your thoughts with like? I know you went Odegaard dropped, but was you thinking it would have been Havertz that comes in and replace it?
Yeah. Considering because we had a midweek game against Kairat. I didn't bother watch that game, but I watched the highlights. And in a way, it was good that I didn't watch the game because I was still sick from the other week, from the other day.
From the other performance.
Bro, it almost. Bro, I was ready to give up football. But so I didn't watch the game. I watched the highlights, and the first half of that game we should have wiped the floor with them. And from what I saw, Havertz played well, and I know this manager loves Havertz, so I was expecting Havertz to start into the Odegaard, and when I watched the Leeds game, again, certain things about our midfield stood out to me. I think we've been misprofiling a lot of our midfielders. Zubimendi, I think he's more of a box-to-box midfielder than he is a 6. Whereas Rice is a 6, whereas more than he is box to box, and Odegaard is an 8. He's like a controller, a dictator. He wants to get on the ball and pull the strings. And Havertz and Eze, they are true 10s. You get it? I think we've been playing our midfielders in the wrong roles. And what made me realise that was yesterday, especially when the first half and the second half. The first half we started off with a midfield of Rice, Zubimendi, and Havertz. When Havertz got the ball and he was in the half spaces or on the half turn, his first instinct was to pass forward. Odegaard, you never really find him in those spaces. He's always trying to drop deep. He wants the play to be in front of him. He never really wants to receive the ball with his back towards goal or on a half turn. And yeah, and that's why I think Odegaard shouldn't really play where Mikel Arteta plays him, because we need like for instance, yesterday I watched Verts yesterday, and where he likes to pick up the ball, he wants to pick up the ball with players around him in tight spaces, and that's how Liverpool got their second goal. He got the ball in tight space, danced around 2-3 players, laid it off. Odegaard never does that. Never. So we can't be playing him as our 10. Whereas Havertz, I don't believe Havertz will do that, but he's more of a he's German in everything he does, and I mean that in a positive way, and in not negative. It's positive. Like he's efficient. Like he when you think of German footballers like a Thomas Muller or Gerd Muller or Lothar Matthäus from back in the day, they were efficient. They were killers. They were in the ball, in the box. You knew it was a goal. Like they had good running power. They had everything they would do was neat and tidy and just worked. And with Havertz in that 10, I think he could be somebody like that for us. He could be a foil for our strikers, because I think he gave a lot more space for Gyökeres to run in. Like what I'm trying to say is the defenders were more occupied with Havertz than they were with Gyökeres, which gave him a bit more time and space. So I think they can develop a good partnership. But overall, it was a dominant performance by us. We shut down Leeds. We didn't give them a chance. It was a good response to last week. It was a good tonic. Yeah, Madueke. That's what I wanted to see off of him. End product. Like, don't chop your man and then chop your man and then chop your man and then run it out. Like, chop your man and then put a ball in. Chop a man and then shoot. Chop a man and cut it back. Or chop a man and then shoot. Like, I want to see something after the chop. Like, don't run it out for a goal kick or knock it off the man for a corner. Like, actually be productive with the ball when it's at your feet. So he did well. Trossard, again, that's another game that he's played poorly in. I didn't think he did well. He was very quiet in that. He was quiet again against Man United. He was quiet again yesterday. But overall, we dominated Leeds, and it was a good performance. Yeah, I've got no complaints. Now we've got a big game against Chelsea, and yeah, hopefully Saka's back for that. And we can finish the job.
Can I just say, yeah, Gyökeres, like his goal, like, and that's the kind of goal he wants to score, isn't it? And it seems like after that point, like, as in you guys were putting balls in the box, and Jesus, for example, he got his goal literally first time to rub it into the space and stuff like that. But before that, you didn't really see a lot of that, the balls in the box, like first time on. So yeah, I feel like as in you guys still need to try and find a way to play for Gyökeres, isn't it? Because I think he will get enough goals, especially in these kind of games where he can kind of bully defenders or try to, at least anyway. But yeah, I always find it weird when I don't see balls going in the box. And your first 2 goals were like set pieces, isn't it? And then you got 2 from open play in it, which was really good to see from your point of view in it. But yeah, I always find it weird. Like, why don't you put more balls in the box when he can, like, is it the first time or second time, as opposed to chopping back and then recycling? Yeah, I just think it does him a disservice, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a lot of teams do that as well. It's not even just Arsenal, because sometimes I think the same thing with Chelsea. Like, I think they're building up so well to get into those dangerous positions, and then you just pass back and then do the same. But then when you actually do cross, that's when the chaos happens, and that's what most likely actually leads to the goal. So yeah, I agree with you. I think it's not just Arsenal. I think it's quite a few teams who do that nowadays as well.
Yeah.
What
Just like
do you mean? Do you think that? No, are you saying that they don't put the ball in the knock so that they overplay the ball? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
recycle.
Okay.
Recycle play too much.
Yeah, now I agree with what Bib said. I think a lot of teams do that. I don't know why. But you get that a lot where teams tend to restart again, and rather than putting a ball in. Maybe it's also the faith in the striker, and if you feel like your striker is going to be somewhere, you're going to pull it in. If your striker is not used to, and also as a striker like Joker, as you alluded to, say, if you're someone that is normally making the runs and you don't get it, you're going to get frustrated. So at times you want to make a run, but if they don't put the ball into the box often enough, you're not really going to expect it. But yeah, I hear you.
I just think, like, what's the point of spending 60 odd million if, like, you're not going to do that? Like Chelsea, like, you guys haven't. Well, no, you did actually. You spent quite a bit on João Pedro, isn't it? But like, he's not that kind of striker that wants balls in the box like that. Why get a striker that wants balls in the box and like wants to attack stuff if you're not going to do that? It just don't make sense to me.
Yeah. But then you say that Jokeres don't really score much with his head anyway. If you was to put balls in the box like that.
Yeah, but it don't necessarily need to be like. It just needs to be like a ball causing chaos, isn't it? Like, you can get anything on the end of it. But I do hear that as well, though, isn't it? Like, it's what you said about the trust and whatnot. But,
yeah. Obviously City lost. City drew. Villa lost. You're now 6 points clear. You don't need to smile, bro. Relax. You're now 6 points clear. Are you a lot more relaxed from last week? You went, to be honest, from last week you was more upset about the performance, not so much like the title race itself. To be fair to you, but the question is, are you a lot more relaxed now?
Yeah, well, like you said, like I actually do believe, like, I don't want to say it, but there's a part of me that believes that we are going to win this title. And it's not because yes, because we have a brilliant squad. Yes, because we have a defense winning title. Defense winning defense. A title winning defense. Sorry, a title winning defense, and we have excellent midfielders. But also, I believe that the competition that is challenging us. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say sucks, but they have frailties. They have a lot of frailties that in years gone by that they didn't have. Like for the fact that it's Villa that's in third place and not Liverpool, that says a lot. And Villa with all their frailties and all their inadequacies as well. Yeah, they went on a wonderful run, but we can all clearly see some of their players are not up to a title challenging team. That's why they play for Villa. But anyway, that's enough thing said. Like the fact that Liverpool's fighting for a top 4 spot, the fact that Chelsea after spending 2 billion still ain't fighting for a title, the fact that Man United, the great Man United, who once won everything, are not there, and it's that and also the fact that Man City today's performance, they were 2-0 up, and Tottenham could have won that.
Yeah,
Tottenham could have won it. Tottenham could have won it at the end. Like, so yeah, that's why I'm not too scared about the league. It's more about how we win it and our performances, and how and we don't throw it away.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Do you, given that, we'll move on to like the Carabao Cup. First semi-final of the season, you're 3-2 up. Could have been more, but that game is gone now. How do you think he approaches the game, knowing your manager?
If he approaches it how I believe he will approach it, I think Chelsea will come and do us. Like because Chelsea are that kind of team. They are that kind of club to us. Like to us, they like to come and like dance like pee on our parade. Just like Man United and Chelsea. If there's ever a parade for Arsenal, those are the two clubs I never want to meet because they will do on us.
But we haven't been in a long time, bro.
No, yeah, exactly. God, Man United hadn't beaten us at the Emirates in a long time, brother.
Yeah, true.
Like, bro, like, and this will be the ideal time for you lot to come and now do it at the Emirates, semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Like, Arteta playing negative football, starting Odegaard, these kind of things. Like, I honestly believe he didn't start Odegaard yesterday because he wants to start him for Tuesday. He wants to play him in form. Bro, I think I'm reading this manager like a book. But yeah, if we start off the game, because we're trying to protect our one goal lead, then I think Chelsea will come and do us because Chelsea will come with confidence after coming back from 2-0 down. Your players believe that they're on the same level as my players, and rightly so. Some of your players are. Caicedo is on the same level as Zubimendi and Rice. I'll give him that. João Pedro is on the same level as Jesus and Gyökeres. I'll give him that. Cole Palmer's on the same level. Cole Palmer's better than Odegaard, brother. Let's keep it real. But yeah. No, let's keep it real. No, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. He's just.
I never thought I'll get an Arsenal fan to admit that. I don't think Cole Palmer is better than like Odegaard was like that. I don't know. I'm not saying it's better or not. I don't know. I don't know.
They're about the same, to be honest with you. Especially this season, Cole Palmer's done nothing this season, so he's showing me that they're about the same. But I'm going off for last season. Last season, I was excited to watch Palmer. I haven't been excited to watch Odegaard in like 2-3 years. So that's why it's just recency bias, basically. It's just recency bias. But I'll say that about the same level. So you got players who rightly so should believe that they can come after us. And it will depend again. It will depend on the managers and the system that they play, the tactics that they put out, and things like that, and the substitutions and all of that.
Yeah, I'll be real. I feel like if there was a time for us personally to play Arsenal, I think it's now, because obviously you don't want to be losing games. You want to be winning straight away. But I think the confidence that gives to know that you can come back against Napoli, you can be 2-0 down at halftime against West Ham and come back. And in a game that you need to come back again, I think that just builds so much belief in the players. And I think, like you alluded to earlier, Tommy, like you said, why is he playing all these guys? I think Rossini would have learned a lot about his players in that game against West Ham, the good and the bad. So I think hopefully he can take those lessons into the Arsenal game. So yeah, it's one of them ones where also, if you look in the first leg, we were missing a lot of key players as well. So to still be in the game without all those key players, and now all of those guys are basically rested up and ready to go. James is there, Palmer's there, Cucurella's there, Neto's there. I think
About time Palmer shows up.
Hey,
We'll see now. We'll see.
When he's needed, innit? When he's needed, he got the
He's been needed. What are you talking about?
Nah, but this one we needed, though. This one we really needed. We really needed for this one.
But quickly, just to quickly touch on this, this now, I really wish we were going into this game with a 2-goal cushion. I really wish we'd never given you that second goal, or we're gonna got the fourth. Because, like I said, I don't trust this manager, man. I don't trust him. But go ahead.
But I mean, to be fair though, one thing you guys got is
I don't understand though. Why are you so negative about this game though? Like, what is, bro? You're an ingrate. You're ungrateful, bro, because your manager, you're top of the Premier League, 6 points top, semi-final of top of the Champions League, unbeaten, 8 wins out of 8, semi-final Carabao Cup, through to the FA Cup 4th round.
You must.
Bro, what do you want from the guy? Do you want blood?
You must.
I want him to bring me. I want him to bring me the Premier League. Bring me the Premier League. Bring me the.
But he's on course to do that though, bro.
Yeah. He's on course to do it. He's not done it. He's not done it, despite being in positions to do it. You get it. So hence my apprehension. He's been in positions to win me trophies. He's been the best team in the Europa League and got knocked out in the quarterfinals. He's been knocked out by championship teams in the FA Cup. He's had 8-point gaps in the league and lost it. Tommy, and you ask me, what more do I need him to win me the league? Then I will have faith. Yeah? All right.
Squad, boy.
Nah, it should be a good game. I think it's poised up.
You're unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Some of us will bat your hand up for what you guys got right now.
Until Tommy, until my captain is doing flipping it. Until he's doing this, with the big ears, I can't have faith in this manager. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
No, but come on, Tommy, look at it from his point of view. Imagine you've been so close to something so many times and you keep on getting burnt. That's some serious PTSD. So I can't even. You don't want to get in it. I hear it.
Well, all right, quick prediction for the game then. Sai, who wins? Who gets to the final?
I reckon Arsenal do, man. Yeah. They've got all the ingredients, and as I said, Messina hasn't shown me much. So to say that, I'm confident that he'll bring something different to the table. So if Arsenal turn out, do their job, they're going through, man.
He's got 5 out of 6 wins. How's that not showing much?
He hasn't, as your player showing something, but he hasn't shown me anything. So
yeah. Hey man, it's just a place you've got to show something in it. As long as we just stink out any kind of win, that's all we need. So I'm gonna go for a 2-0 Chelsea win.
Clean sheet at the Emirates with all those corners.
When you asked how they're going to set up for this game, I thought Hakeem was going to say they're going to try to kick it off our players and just win a corner. And hold the league.
If it wins me the league,
yeah, true. If
goals are like your second or third top goal scorer, like that's mad, though,
bro. Great signing. If it wins me the league, great signing. But yeah,
cool. What's your prediction, Hakeem?
Yeah, so if we come out going after Chelsea, basically we're 1-0 up. Just for clear context, we're 1-0 up going into this game. We go out, we attack Chelsea, try to take the game away from them. We should win 3-1, 2-1. That'll be brilliant. But I don't see that. I see probably going into extra time and probably nick it in extra time 2-1.
Okay. Yeah, I think you guys beat them 2-3-1. I think so. From what I saw with Chelsea on Saturday, I think he beat them.
Yeah, but for
Like even
Fafana's
even the game,
playing,
even the game. Yeah, but your corners is not. The corners is gonna be too much for them. The corners is gonna be too much, I reckon.
I hope so.
I'm not trying to disrespect you guys. I think you're a good team, and I just don't think. I think you guys. I don't know what it is about you guys. You do mean business because even when you, like at the beginning of the season, don't get me wrong, I picked City to win the league, but at some point, even when like you drop points and so forth, but I still feel like you guys will still be the guys. I mean, the team to win trophies this season. So I think I think you beat them, man. I think that obviously the final will be different because City's a lot more experienced if they get to the final. But I do think you beat Chelsea. We'll see in it. We'll see how it gets on. All right, cool. Let's quickly go around this weekend games quickly and then just sign out. Start with the City and Spurs game. I mean, sorry, Spurs and City game. We touched on this already, really. How do you think? How are they dropping? It's just like this season just a madness, man. And City just don't look the same, man. How did like allow Spurs to come down for 2-0 down though?
Yeah, that was a crazy game. The second, both game of two halves, like they say, the old cliche in football, innit? City, but once City went 2-0 up, though, it's like they took their foot off the pedal.
Yeah, I think they got a bit complacent.
They didn't even come out of second gear, bro. Like as in the first half, anyway. Like, Spurs were that bad, so
yeah, that too.
Yeah, I don't think
too.
It's almost like they did like a rope-a-dope on them. To be honest, it's like they just lulled them into that false sense of security, and then they just turned it on, and Man City couldn't turn it on quickly enough, and before you knew it, the game was gone. But that Solanke goal, though,
yeah.
Because Solanke's a good striker as well. I think they just needed that one quality player. I think without Solanke and everyone injured, they've just been lacking too much quality. But you saw all you need is just that one guy to kind of drag you back into the game, and that's what Solanke did. So.
Yeah, but but for the first goal though, that should have counted. It's Tottenham's first goal.
I was thinking that as well, actually, because he kicked him.
That was a foul. That was a foul. That was a foul. Should have counted.
Yeah, but they were saying nothing contrary. I was actually confused. Like, surely he kicks the back of him, though. But...
Yeah, he
get to the ball.
Yeah.
No. To get the ball, he kicks through the back of him, innit? And
yeah. But it was a good ball by Xavi Simons to release Solanke. You see, I told you. I tell you about this boy. He can play.
That's probably the only thing he done in the game.
Minimum consistency from him. All right, let's move on. Next, we got Bournemouth to beat Wolves away. Groupie, my boy, what a finish by him. Scored another great goal. Bournemouth just like they lose a lot of players, but it seems like it doesn't seem to phase them for some reason, and I'm guessing that's more credit to the manager. I'm guessing so though, right? Because they might even lose Senesi. I didn't even know Senesi's contract runs out at the end of the season. So Juventus is currently trying to get him, and I think Senesi is a good defender. I couldn't believe it. Like, I actually think Senesi is a good defender. I've been really impressed with him this season. But they lose a lot. They've lost quite a few players. Like they lost the back four last season. Lost the Menyo now. And it just doesn't seem to phase them, man. Like, how highly do you guys rate the manager?
Yeah, no, he's doing his thing, to be fair. Like you said.
Iraola, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows when you have players come in and out your system, but you're still able to play your football and you're still able to play well. It shows you're not just relying on individual talent, right? It shows that you've got a good system, a good fundamental there. So he's doing his thing. It's almost like he gets motivated by losing players because they're on a bad patch of form for a while, and then they lose Semenyo, and then you start winning again. So it's almost like I don't know. It's almost like losing that player just fuels him with something to just go again. But yeah, like, he's doing his thing. To be fair, he's doing his thing.
Cool. We touched on Villa. Sorry, I like you because this is your team. At home to Brentford, 10-men Brentford, should I say? I remember when United lost at home to 10-men Everton, we got crucified. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, to be fair, I didn't watch the game. I just watched some of the highlights. I thought Tammy got his goal on his second coming. It was a bit of a shame. Yeah, like they just didn't look like they were serious about it, in all honesty. When I saw Brentford go down to 10 men, I was like, okay, like at least now they're gonna turn it on. Sometimes it just don't happen for you in football like that, innit? And you're expecting like they're at home. As I said, I didn't really watch the game, but the crowd is probably on their backs because 10-man Brentford, and yeah, it's a shame. As I said, I just wanted them to keep as much pressure on Arsenal as possible and Man City or whatnot. But yeah, if you're asking me, do I think it's over for them? Like, I still think more points are going to be dropped. Like, as in, so no, but they just need to keep trucking on, man. And yeah.
Then Liverpool beat Newcastle 4-1. It was a close game in the first half. So I'm surprised the scoreline ended up being 4-1. I guess like at some point Newcastle started going for the game, and once Liverpool got the second, and then I think they got the third not long after the second, right? The game slightly ran away from Newcastle. What do you guys think of the finish from Ekitike for the third goal?
You got Ekitike, brother. Oh, honestly, like, as in another, like, if they didn't back his, like, would have been totally happy with this boy, innit? Like, he's doing his bit, man. Even the first goal, like, to get into position and all sorts, to start in from works and all sorts, and yeah, he's definitely a good player, man. And it's so funny that he did it against a team that were going to buy him as well, Newcastle, because they were in for him, innit?
Yeah,
he's too good.
Yeah, so when we touched on it earlier, I got his first and second goal mixed up. It was his first goal where Vert starts around and flicked him. Yeah, and I said that it was Liverpool's second, but so it was the second goal of the game, the equaliser. It was a brilliant finish. Both goals. Both goals were brilliant. Like, especially the second one, took it. And he's thinking, where you going? And instead of takes across the keeper with his left, he did it with his right outside. And was it a Travelia or whatever they call it? What do the kids call it these days?
I think that took the keeper by surprise because the keeper didn't get to settle.
Yeah, literally, it was a brilliant. It was clever, good finish. Like, he is a player, man. When I watch him, bro, I just think, why didn't we go for him?
He's got that confidence in front of goal as well. But that's the thing I like about him more than anything. Like, he looks like he's scoring. So, and
he's got that arrogance about him. Like, I know I'm good.
And you're more shocked.
You miss. No, I think you got that spot on, Akeem. I think he's got that arrogance about him, and I love that. I'm that guy. Yeah. Don't worry. Like, I'm that guy, and that's what you need, though, isn't it? If they're gonna buy a player for 120 million, you want a player with that kind of characteristics, like with that confidence, letting you know that I'm that guy. I don't care if you book this guy. I am the guy. So
I'm him. And that's what it gives off. Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't play it, man. I wish we had him, but we move on. All right, we got Everton and Brighton drew 1-1. Brighton they've been just getting like draws and results have been going away from them recently. I hope this doesn't jeopardize the play that they got to give us, because I don't want to hear anything come the summer. I don't want to hear anything come summer. Just make sure you send him package to Old Trafford. Belieber is our player. I think, to be fair, he hasn't really played well this season, but it does show sometimes that transfer gets to players' head. Like, it can kill their confidence, or because he played well in the AFCON and he hasn't really done well in the in the Premier League this season. So in hindsight, maybe they should have sold him. Who knows, innit? Because I don't know whether the performance this season increased his value. Even if you're going to sell him this season, I don't know whether he has helped you this season, because I don't think your position would have been any different if you were without him. They're not really doing much at the moment. So yeah, but look, they kept on to him. It hasn't been great, but they should still send our player at the end of the season. He's a United player now. And the last game is Forest and Palace.
Yeah, well,
Forest still toying with relegation, but obviously they're fortunate that West Ham lost yesterday. Still, yeah, I think there's still that. What? How many points are they away from relegation now? I think there's probably 6, 7 now. So West Ham's got a lot to do, man. They've got a lot to do.
Like, bro, I'm torn because now Tottenham are 29 with Palace, yeah. So it's like Leeds and Forest can catch Spurs. It's just West Ham, 9 points, bro. Because wait, hold on, hear me out. Spurs' next game against Man United, against Newcastle, and against Arsenal. If West Ham could just put a run together, Tottenham.
I think because there's so many teams there, maybe 1 or 2 teams can catch them, but I don't think all the teams can catch. I think it's a lot to ask for all of those teams to go on a run and form.
Wait, bro, hear me out. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, Spurs are on 29, Palace are on 29, Leeds are on 26, Nottingham Forest are on 26, West Ham are on 20. Forget Burnley and Wolves. Forget them. There's no saving them. Only God can help them. Yeah.
But I think at least one of those teams will drop off. Like, you can't. I don't think you can expect all 5 of those teams to pick up that much form. Do you know what I mean?
But hear me out. I don't expect Tottenham to pick up form either.
They just drew against Man City.
Yes, but their next game is against Man United.
But they just beat Man City.
Man United. Come on, unbeaten Carrick in that.
They're not going down, man. Don't get me wrong, I will love it. I will love it if they're going down. But I don't think.
Imagine if they get relegated the same season we win the league. Oh my God, Tommy, I won't watch football next season. If that happens, I won't watch football next season. God would have given me everything I want in football.
Don't get it. I'll be top.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen, man. There's a lot of players that we can definitely do with.
I'll take Van de Ven. I'll take Van de Ven.
That's the first player on my list. Van de Ven straight.
Van de Ven and Xavi. I'll take Van de Ven, Xavi, and Kulusevski. Bring them 3. That's it. They can sit on my bench.
Yeah, Kulusevski. I can take Kulusevski definitely. There's a few players that we can deal with. No worries. Anything else, boys, we touch on before we jump off?
No. I got one thing I want to quickly touch on. It's not a football matter. It's not got anything to football. Basically, it was worth getting up at 4:30 this morning to watch Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Broski, Shakur Stevenson, masterful execution of hitting and not getting hit. Masterful. Yeah. That was mwah.
Yeah, I watched it. I stayed up 4:30. I just couldn't do it anymore. I fell asleep. But as soon as I woke up, that was the first thing I watched. The full fight. I went to watch the full fight. I wanted to watch everything. And what a performance, man! Master. I knew it was gonna happen. I'm not gonna lie. I knew it was gonna make it easy. I knew it was gonna beat him. You just don't touch Stevenson. He just doesn't get hit,
Yeah.
and that's just it, man. But yeah, masterful. I know this is not football, but go and watch it, man. Is the I'm not gonna say
That's
that.
how
It's
you.
probably
That's how you do boxing.
stuff right now. Yeah, that's if you're in boxing, go and watch that fight. If you're not, then Shakur Stevenson is the guy, man. Is the guy. But yeah, now what a fight. Good way to finish off. All right, people. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification to know whenever we upload. And comment, man. Let us your thoughts, man. Your thoughts. And we'll be back next week. There's always a big game. We've got Spurs next week. You've got Arsenal. You are at home or away to Brentford?
I think we're away. No, we're at home. I can't even remember.
Are you playing next week? No, I think you're
think
away to
Sunderland.
Brentford, boy. Is it Brentford? Or Sunderland at home? Yeah, Sunderland at home. And then Chelsea. Chelsea is got. Who's Chelsea got? Wolves is away. And then City and Liverpool as well. So the big game next weekend. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, boys. Peace.
All right.